This is Jesus Manuel Menegares. I hope you're doing fantastic wherever you are at. In this edition, I'm going to be talking about global warming as it relates to RVing, and they do relate. I've been watching a lot of stories, reading a lot of stories about global warming, and also reading about campsites that are not available because of flooding and fires and stuff like that. So I'm going to be looking at my notes here quite a bit. I do not have a teleprompter. I'm not a high budget operation. I apologize. Again, I'm just going to be reading quite a bit. I'm going to be glancing at my notes right here in front of me. So please excuse me. Hope you understand. So according to the international scientific community, the Earth is warming due to increased use of fossil fuels. So a lot of folks out there are burning gasoline, coal, etc., etc. Even natural gas is not good for the environment. So as we burn these, it causes what? It causes global warming. And currently, we're in the issues regarding global warming are becoming more and more evident, especially to the scientific community and to a lot of folks out there that actually pay attention, okay? Some folks don't pay attention. They go, yeah, it's getting hot. Yeah, there's some flooding over here. Yeah, there's some fires over there, but I'm not worried about it. It's, that's how it is. But having been around for 70 plus years, I have noticed that there's quite some dramatic changes in the world as we know it. And let me go back to my notes again. Let me look at my notes. The effect of global warming is increased weather instability. The effects include heat bubbles, more fires, and flooding. Having a place to camp is what RVing is all about. Don't you believe that? Is RVing all about places to camp? And is that place flooded or on fire or even available? If you want to go camping, you need a place to camp. Are you going to camp in your backyard all the time? I don't think that's a good idea. Are you going to camp at that RV park in the middle of the suburbia? I don't think that's no fun. Most of us like to go out in nature, but currently, at the rate that it's going right now with global warming, a lot of nature is being ravaged because, again, what did I talk about earlier? Flooding, fires, heat, etc., etc., etc. There's this drawing, this graphic, and I'll put it up on the screen right now, of this heat bubble that's going to develop over the next 25 years over Texas and along in the Southwest and other parts of the United States. And that is terrifying, especially for a lot of Texans. Texans are used to a little bit of heat. If you move to Texas, I'm used to it. Today was 104, and I was working in the backyard on my fence, and, finally it's almost done. So I've been working on that, and the heat, and my God, it's pretty hot, 104. But you can imagine if it's 125, like a lot of in the scientific community is saying it's going to be. It's going to be 125 in certain places in the United States. Let me just say it again. That's going to be hella hot. That's going to be hella hot.
Researchers say by 2053, people living from Texas to the Great Lakes will experience a heat index above 125 degrees during the hottest days of the year. And the probability of local heat waves, that's temperatures well above normal for 3 consecutive days, will increase across the country, and that probability highest along the West Coast.
So, it's important for us to take into consideration the effects of global warming. I live in the great state of Texas. Let me put away my notes. I live in the great state of Texas. It's known for the oil and gas industry, and the governor is all about oil and gas. And I go to the local dealership, and they don't have any EVs. They don't want to. We don't, sell EVs. I went to the Harley-Davidson dealership, asked them if they have the latest electric Harley-Davidson. We don't sell that. That's for the Californians, all those hippies and lefties over there. We don't have that sort of stuff here in Fort Worth. I go, what? What an idiot. But that's how it is in the great state of Texas. People support the oil and gas lobby. Why? Because they're getting paid. Abbott and Ted Cruz and all those politicians get paid. They get money. Hey, Ted Cruz, thank you for supporting us. I'm going to support your campaign. Same goes for like Manchin and the other politicians like Manchin of West Virginia, the senator. Recently, they passed the, what do you call it, the inflation bill. The Democrats are very happy they finally passed something. But Manchin slipped in there. Money for Exxon Mobil and other oil and gas companies. They're actually going to get some funds. They're actually going to get some money. They're going to get some government largesse. Very nice. You know, a profitable company getting government funds to continue polluting. And that's, thank you very much, Senator Manchin, and your cohorts. They had to pass this thing. So they said, Manchin, what do you want? What do you need? I want my buds, my good close buds in the oil and gas industry to get this largesse. They need the cash. They're having hard times. I'm sorry, they're not having hard times. They're still getting a lot of profits. They're making a hell of a lot of money. As you very well know, they were gouging us for gas recently. And it's starting, after they got the largesse, they started lowering the prices. Isn't that amazing? You give them, the oil and gas industry, a bunch of money, and you say, here, it's free money. Go and spend it. They drop the price of gas. Shocking, shocking. So if you're an RVer, you need a place to camp. The Eastern Sierra, much of the summer has been on fire. I love going to the Eastern Sierra. It was never that bad, but I used to go to, different communities down there and go camping with my wife. We used to have a Class B, and we enjoyed it. We leave from San Francisco, go camping down there. Fantastic times. We loved camping in the Eastern Sierra, around there by Lake Tahoe, etc., etc. But right now, certain parts of it are on fire, apparently, here and there. You never know. Next week, another fire is going to happen. Pop up in Northern California. Of course, Texas has been having some fires too. And of course, Yellowstone had some flooding. They're going to have to reroute that road somewhere. They can't put it along the river like they used to, because that river decides sometimes it's going to be dry, other times it's going to be, flooding. One of the big issues of global warming is that, weather becomes crazy. What you thought it was dry for a long time, then all of a sudden it decides to flood, and the rain comes down several inches. In Kentucky, it's been flooded. Communities have been flooded. It's horrific. And of course, the cities along the coast, especially in Florida. Florida is not very high. They're going to be flooded coming up in the next couple of decades. So if you bought some land on the coast in Florida, better use it now before it becomes underwater, etc., etc. And of course, if you bought an RV park in the mountains of California or in the mountains of anywhere, and you say, hey, we're having fires now. I can't afford the fire insurance. I can't afford the flood insurance. Can the government help me out? I own an RV park. Some people are actually asking for money from people who own RV parks. They're asking, hey, can you send some money? We need some money. We need a break. We can't afford the insurance to have these RV parks. So how many RV parks are going to have to close down because they cannot afford the old insurance? So I hope you like this video. This has been very short. I'm just basically talking about global warming. There's a lot of issues right now. We have got to move towards a more eco-friendly, more friendly to the environment, stance in the good old United States. We're starting to do it a little bit, but we're way behind a lot of other countries. Like Norway, for example, over 80% of their vehicles are EVs. They've got all kinds of funding for, EV charging infrastructure, free charging in downtown Oslo, and et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of great things going on in Norway and in other countries. And we have to worry about other countries starting to pollute even more, like China. They used to not pollute very much when they were riding bicycles. Back in the day, they were riding bicycles, no pollution. But now that everybody has, cars and is polluting more and more and more. And of course, the United States, we're doing our part to pollute quite a bit. So we got to control our, how much we pollute in the United States of America. It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult in the United States. We're a capitalist country, and a lot of the politicians have taken it to the extreme. I need to be paid. I need to get reelected. I need my job. Can you send me some cash? Oil and gas industry, coal industry. Can you send me some cash? Thank you very much. I'll support you if you keep me in office because I like this job. I like going on the cocktail circuit. I like traveling around the world on the government dime. I like hanging out. I like the pension plan. I like the gym downstairs over there in the Capitol. I like all that stuff. It's fantastic, especially the free shrimp at the buffet at the oil and gas, little gathering they're having at the hotel. Sweet. Free drinks. Those politicians are absolute garbage. I went to Washington, D.C. to give a presentation for the Smithsonian Institution, and I was at a cocktail party, a reception. I go, man, these people are all like, just bloodsuckers. They're all asking me how they can, get me to support their issues, and I told them I had some ideas of things to do, and they go, we'll be more than happy to help you out. And I go, yeah, you'll be more than willing to help me out as long as I do something for you. And I said, no, that's all right. So what do you think about climate change? Do you think it's a fallacy? You think it's just made up by a bunch of hippie, lefty Chicanos like myself? Yes, it's true. It's a scientific fact that there is global warming. Over 90% of the scientists out there say, what? That global, warming is a real thing that's going on, and the temperatures are rising. The ice is melting in the various poles, south and north. They're melting, and waters are rising. So you folks in Florida, good luck. It's going up and up and up. Louisiana, good luck too. And of course, the weather is getting crazier and crazier. A lot of fires, a lot of floods, a lot of heat in certain areas. Of course, things aren't going to change in the immediate future, so what can you do to facilitate change and ameliorate the situation? I would recommend, first of all, voting for somebody that actually cares about climate change. Don't vote for Joe Manchin. That guy's in the hip pocket of the oil and gas and coal industry. He doesn't care about you. All he cares about is supporting his benefactors. And he's just a bad person. And there's a lot of bad people out there. And also like Governor Abbott of Texas. He could care less about the environment, to be honest with you. There's a lot of politicians out there that are in the hip pocket. They're right here. And they're being paid a nice little sum in support of their candidacy and their efforts. And as long as they support the oil and gas industry, they're going to get some cash from the oil and gas and coal, natural gas industry. Okay, I'm just saying, that's the hard and cruel facts. Don't vote for these guys. Don't vote for these gals. Just saying. And support legislation. Say to your senator, local people, anywhere that you find a politician, hey, what's up? Just ask them, please support legislation that ameliorates the effects of global warming, like more EVs on the road, more RV EVs. I like those. And making them more affordable. Of course, a hell of a lot more charging infrastructure, not just here and there. I mean, everywhere you go, they should be ubiquitous, okay? And of course, your habits. I know it's very difficult for me. I want to go camping. I have a truck and it gets about 10 miles a gallon. And when I want to go camping, it's burning fossil fuels. At least it's a newer truck and it's pretty clean, but it's still not good. I would prefer an EV truck, but those EV trucks, see the price on those? Ford and Chevrolet, they're expensive. And Rivian, etc., they're expensive. The price of those has to drop precipitously so I can tow my RV, and they have to add more batteries. So we need support to create a better homegrown battery and EV infrastructure, and of course charging infrastructure. So I hope you're doing fantastic wherever you're at. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes. for checking out my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Where I'm at, I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. Don't forget to leave your kind and super friendly comments below. Abajo. Otra vez. Muchas gracias. And of course, if you have the chance and opportunity in the big bucks, if you have a bunch of money burning a hole in your wallet, you went, man, I just got to send that to Jesus Garza. Go for it. Send it to Jesus Manuel Mena Garza at patreon.com/JMM Garza. Muchas gracias in advance. Thank you very much. From Fort Worth, Texas, where it was 104 today while I was working on the fence outside. I'm almost done with that project. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.